Hello everyone, welcome to lesson 6 of my PySimpleGUI course. In today's video, we are introducing two different ways to make the layout. The first one is using for loops. So to understand how for loops work, we must first learn the format. So we start with for and then a variable name, like such as I, and then for I in, and then lastly there's a sequence, like for now we can do ABCD, and then we can print I to know what the variable is. And then let's understand the logic of the statement. So first, we assign A, B, C, D separately to I for every single loop. So it should print out A once, and then B once, C once, and then lastly D. So let's run this to make sure. Alright, so A, B, C, D. Now, for the sequence over here, it doesn't have to be a string. It can also be a list. For like, we can do it like this. And then this is for, sorry. For, and then we can print J here. And then get rid of this. This should be the same result as this, A, B, C, D. So it would stay the same, A, B, C, D. Now, let's try to put this into the actual code for our PySimpleGUI. So first, we import the library. And then we start the layout. So let's just focus on using a string first, using the string here. So we can do sg.text, and then the variable name is I, for I in ABCD. And then we put the normal stuff, window equals sg.window, Python learning layout, and then while true, event values equals window.read, and then if event is none, we break and we close the window at the end. Okay, so let's run this. So it should print out ABCD on a window now. Okay, so that's what happens. But notice how this ABCD is horizontal. We should try to make it vertical this time. So if we want to make it vertical, we simply put a square bracket around the sg.text. This way, they will see every single square bracket as a new line. So that way, there will be 4 new lines. So now it'll be vertical, ABCD. But this is not only for strings. You can also put this for lists. For example, we can do sg.text this time. The variable name can be j, and then for j in a list, A, B, C, and D. Now let's print this. So since we don't have any square brackets around this, this should go horizontally. Let's run it. Yes, so first one is for the string, second one is for the list. Now, same thing as before. If we want the list to also go vertically, we can just put square brackets around this and then run it. Now everything is vertical. By the way, this doesn't have to always be text. You could also change this to input text. So then if we run it, A, B, C, D are now in input boxes where you can type stuff in it. You can also change that for this, for the strings, and change the text into input text. This way, everything will be input text boxes here. Alright, that's one way of making the layout. Now let's try another type. So we can get rid of this. Okay, now let's put the window that we used to have, this. So we put answer the info below, name, gender, nationality. So we import PySimpleGUI as SG, and then we write the layout. Okay, let's worry about the layout later. First, just focus on the stuff we do every lesson. So Python learning layout, and then while this is true, event values window.read, window.read, and then if event is none, then we break, and then we close the window. Okay, so let's focus on the layout. Before, when we did this, we used commas to separate everything. Now let's use plus signs. This is another way. So for the first line, we can keep it the same, text, and then over here it said answer the info below. So answer the info below, and then oh wait, I'm sorry, I forgot to add square brackets here. Okay, so we answer the info below, and then for the next line has two elements, a name and an input box saying Charles in it. So for two elements, we can put two square brackets inside this line of square brackets, and we can connect them with a plus sign. This way, for this, we can do the text saying name, and then for the second one, we can do an input text saying Charles. This way, if we run it, it should be like this. And then if we look at the next line, it's gender male. So for the next line, we can still use plus sign, and then this, enter, and then we can do SG. Oh wait, there's still two elements in this line, so we again use the square bracket and plus sign method. We do SG.text, gender, and then for this one, we do an input box, and inside we write male. So run this, and then now there's two lines. And then last line, nationality Canada. We use the plus sign, and then new line. Inside this line, there are going to be two elements. First one is going to be asking for nationality. Oh, this is a string. Nationality, and then this one inside the input text, we can put Canadian, yes, and then run this. Now for the last line, it's two buttons, OK and cancel. So we use the plus sign method, and then inside here we have two buttons. So buttons still are still elements, so we use the square brackets sg.b for button, and then inside this one we can write OK, and the second one we can do sg.button, and inside here we can write cancel. We can write cancel here. Then if we run this, it'll look exactly like the ones we had before. Alright, that concludes lesson 6 of my PySimpleGUI course. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. And remember, learning at Work for Tuition is easier than addition.